And they say themselves in these papers that they filed that this is under the Presidential Records Act. So what they did was to try and criminalize Donald Trump, as they always do. They found these 3 mundane statutes, espionage and the 2 others, obstruction, and they're trying to claim that there was some sort of criminal activity, but their papers say it's under the Presidential Records Act. So your admission is the power that we've all been saying he does have.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and sometimes I just have to laugh at the kind of things Trump and his cult says. He says so many horrifying and bizarre things that every once in a while it's actually funny. He'd be the star of a comedy skit if so many people didn't take him seriously and believe every word he and his group says.
So you can take a picture of top secret documents, Charlie, and show the world a label, but if they're declassified, as he has the right to do, then he has the right to have them, and he was working together with NARA, as we know, and that back and forth could have been done at a table as they had been doing for months prior.
His lawyer calling espionage a mundane crime is just one of these remarks. It's crazy beyond belief. Who in their right mind would ever call treason against this country mundane? It's like Trump was calling up his buddies Putin or the Saudis and selling them secrets over lunch. Mundane? Far from it. But for a man who tried to overthrow this government, suppose it's just a regular day for him. I mean, he kept top secret documents laying around his home in Mar-a-Lago like old notebooks. Even an average citizen knows they need to shred their sensitive documents when they're done with them. It's just common sense. It's basic safety. And Trump had left national secrets unsecured. He broke his security clearance just to steal them away and keep them around his house. If he didn't sell them to our enemies, then he kept them around to read like coffee table magazines. Of course, he and his cabal don't blink twice at the thought of treason, and it's hilarious to watch, even if it is deeply shocking, because what's some casual espionage in comparison to running this country into the ground? What's a little paper stealing compared to attacking our country? These people have no limits. It's all just some game to them. It doesn't have real stakes beside the money that lines their pockets. Trump got impeached twice, and yet he still continued lounging around in his multi-million-dollar properties playing golf. Him and his whole gang haven't felt proper consequences for what they did to our country. I hope for sure that this time we dig Trump's grave correctly. I hope we get this bastard behind bars where he belongs. I hope he stays there for the rest of his miserable life. He shouldn't get to write off his crimes as mundane. Extraordinary crimes deserve extraordinary consequences. And that's for his whole corrupt MAGA group too, his inner circle, his co-conspirators in the insurrection, his Supreme Court justices, his Fox News devotees, his lawyers who shield him from consequences. They also deserve the boot. These people should not be allowed to keep their professions messing with American citizens. They're gambling with real lives for their own benefit. Even if I laugh at them every once in a while, they are a fundamentally disturbing cult. They are everything that's wrong with this country and more. They represent the worst evils that we as Americans should not accept, because if we do, that's the end for us, and that's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.